Well, here at Riverside Park, it was Jedforest against Dundee Hsfp, a real table-topping clash here. Dundee Hsfp, who'd beaten all Borders teams in the first part of the season, taking on Jedforest at Riverside Park. Jed, of course, unbeaten at home this season. It was the perfect start for Jed. Within 5 minutes they had 7 points on the board thanks to a well-worked try involving the backs. Chris Richards missed out Scott MacDonald and found Seb Trotter, and with quick hands got the ball out to Greg Walker, who raced over for his 5th try of the season. Jed continued to play running rugby, this Jamie McCraw kick ahead almost providing another score. But James Henderson got yellow carded and Dundee took full advantage, Barry Jones scoring from the resulting penalty and then converting a Lindsay Graham try. Then on 34 minutes he kicked the extras when captain Richie Hawkins bounded over for another score to give Dundee a 17-7 lead. Once again, Jed found kicking goals difficult, Richards missing 3 vital penalties in the game, but in the second half Jed played some excellent rugby. They had the bulk of the possession and territory for the first quarter, and Ross Goodfellow's clever cross kick nearly resulted in a second try for Walker. Jed were camped on the Dundee line for at least 10 minutes, and credit to the high school for a magnificent defensive performance to prevent Jed from scoring. Scott Laidlaw came very close to a touchdown after controlling the ball at the back, but Dundee held the ball up. Time after time, Jed tried to work something from this key position, plenty of effort and inventiveness, but whatever they tried to do, Dundee were there to foil them. For every pick and drive, Dundee had the answer. You could see the frustration creeping in as Jed got nothing out of their opponents, despite the massive effort put in by the whole pack. Goodfellow here looking for a way through and finding Scott Laidlaw on the blind side, but once again, no way through. After what seemed an eternity, the scrum was reset once again and Scott Laidlaw kept things under control at the back. But this time, rather than going for the pushover try, he slipped it out to Goodfellow, who passed it to Jamie McCraw, who dived over in the corner for what looked like a try. But the referee saw that it was forward, and still no joy for Jedforest. Still, Jed refused to let Dundee move away from their own try line, and by this time they were wondering what they had to do to get the better of the high school defence. Scott MacDonald came in at the angle to receive Richards' pass and try and crash his way through, but he was stopped, and as everyone piled in, the referee's whistle blew, and another successful defensive effort from Dundee had prevented the home team from going over. After soaking up all that pressure and with Jed still coming forward, there was always the risk that a breakaway from the visitors would put Jed on the back foot. And so with 10 minutes to go, Aubrey Horton, one of the fastest backs in Premier 2, found some space down the left, went through the middle of Greg Walker and Neil Cook to run in under the posts and seal the game with Jones converting. Jed didn't give up and were prepared to run the ball from anywhere to try and add to their 7 points. Fullback Greg Walker here attacking from deep, getting the ball out to Robert Hogg and then supporting him to take play once again into the Dundee 22. But that was the final chance to score, and Dundee deserved this win by 24 points to 7.
Very disappointing. I wouldn't say we played badly. We got stuck in, we were into the wind first half. We tried hard. Dundee put a lot of pressure on us, so we were down to 14 men, and second half we threw everything we had at them, and we just couldn't get over that line.
You're obviously very impressed with Dundee. Do you think they're going to go on to promotion?
I think we're just playing for second place. I'd be very surprised if they lost. I think it'll be 2 or 3 games now they'll have to lose. They're a big, strong side. I'd be surprised if they got beat at home. So we'll just have to dug it out with all the rest of them to try and get second place, I think.
Now, a word about you, 200 appearance for Jedforest, that's quite an achievement.
I didn't actually know about that until the end of the game there, but 200 games, it's a few. It would be nice to win that one today though.
And bigger next week?
That'll be a toughie. Bigger had a good result against Gala last night, so it's never easy at Bigger. We'll just have to buckle down and try and get a win again.